Here are 20 Pixar Cars hidden facts you probably didn't know, even in late 2025. 1. The Pope needed a bulletproof car. Maybe the darkest detail in the franchise. In Cars 2, we see the Pope riding in a Pope-mobile, and it's bulletproof. That means there was probably an assassination attempt on the Pope at some point in car history. And if that's not weird enough, remember, the Pope-mobile is alive, which means the Pope is literally inside another living car. 2. The first car to ever swear. Yes, swearing exists in the Cars universe. In the opening race, a yellow taxi actually drops what sounds like the F-bomb.
Hey, buddy, get the hell out of my way!
It's perfectly censored by a honk at just the right moment, but if you watch closely, you can read his lips and tell exactly what he said. And it's even funnier because just seconds earlier, Roscoe was saying this before the race.
No cursing! It's family night!
3. Tractors make milk. When Lightning and Mater go tractor tipping, we see that tractors actually have udders. The movies never explain how this works, but the existence of the yogurt brand Tank Coat basically confirms that tractors are the ones providing dairy for the car world, which raises a lot of questions we're probably better off not thinking about. 4. Cars and Up are connected. In Cars 2, there's a scene where Miles' Axelrod races through a dense jungle. If you look closely, it's actually the same jungle from Up. Pixar reused the assets, which means either the two movies share a universe, or the studio just saved some time. Either way, once you notice it, you can't unsee it. 5. Cut character, Mr. Windshields. Pixar originally planned a Radiator Springs optometrist named Mr. Windshields. Yes, an eye doctor for cars. Early drafts had him giving Lightning an eye exam with jokes about wiper fluid as eye drops. He never made it past the storyboards, but the concept art shows a hilarious little shop full of windshields like glasses. 6. Jackson Storm's sponsor is a roast. In Cars 3, Jackson Storm's sponsor is EG&TR, with the slogan, "My EG&T or liquid adrenaline will make you faster than lightning." That's not just a catchy phrase, it's a direct dig at Lightning McQueen himself. Pixar literally gave the villain a sponsor that mocks the GOAT. 7. Rip Klutchganeski was supposed to die. Rip Klutchganeski nearly had the darkest fate of any Cars character. Pixar originally planned for him to actually die in Cars 2 from an engine explosion. But since the movie is for kids, they toned it down to just a blown engine. That's also why Rip is from a made-up country. They didn't want to risk offending any real nation. The funny part? Dozens of other cars literally get blown up in the same movie. So death is fine, just not for Rip. 8. Cars has adult jokes. Yup, Pixar slipped in some humor for the grown-ups. In one scene, there's a billboard advertising convertible waitresses, which basically means topless waitresses. Combine that with the row of trucks parked outside, and it's pretty clear what kind of place it is. If Lightning had actually stopped to rest there, poor Mac might have had a wild night. 9. Lightning almost woke up in a graveyard. Pixar originally planned for Lightning McQueen to wake up in a car graveyard after getting lost. It was supposed to be a super eerie, lonely scene that symbolized him hitting rock bottom. But the idea was considered too dark for kids and got scrapped. If you owned the DVD, you could still watch the deleted version, and it's honestly kinda creepy. 10. Lightning's headlights have lore. In the first Cars movie, McQueen's headlights are just stickers, but when he joins the World Grand Prix in Cars 2, he gets real working headlights since he needed those for the race. And here's a fun detail. In Cars 3, he still keeps them, but after the upgrade, they no longer move with his mouth like they did when they were just stickers. Pixar actually kept that continuity. 11. Cars took 8 years to make. The first Cars movie started way back in 1998, right after A Bug's Life. Pixar planned to release it in 2005, but pushed it to June 2006 so the DVD would drop during the holidays. That tiny move basically started Pixar's tradition of summer movie releases. 12. Route 66 was the working title. For a while, the film was just called Route 66. Pixar changed it to avoid confusion with the old 1960s TV show. Fun fact, they still kept Route 66 as the backbone of the entire story. 13. Doc Hudson's racing pedigree. Doc is based on the legendary Hudson Hornet, the car that dominated stock car racing in the early 1950s. Pixar didn't just pick him randomly, they wanted a true champion to mentor McQueen. 14. Cars is Pixar's longest movie. A lot of people assume The Incredibles is Pixar's longest movie, but nope, Cars holds that record. It runs 1 hour and 57 minutes, almost a full 2 hours. It makes sense though. Radiator Springs is practically its own character, and the movie takes its time to slow down and let us live in that world. 15. Acting out McQueen. Before Owen Wilson ever recorded a line, Lasseter acted out the storyboards to show how McQueen should move, talk, and react. This helped Wilson nail the cocky rookie vibe right away. 16. Finn McMissile was born early. The British spy car was supposed to appear as a fake movie character. Lightning and Sally watched at the drive-in. Pixar liked him so much they gave him Cars too. 17. Germany and Oktoberfest got cut. Mater was supposed to get lost in Germany's Black Forest and even celebrate Oktoberfest in Lederhosen. Pixar trimmed both scenes for pacing and probably dignity. 18. Cars was sued once. In 2011, UK screenwriter Jake Mandeville Anthony sued Disney and Pixar, claiming Cars was ripped straight from his ideas. He said he'd pitched Disney 2 projects in the 90s, one called Cookie & Co., and another titled Cars/Auto Excess/Cars Chaos, complete with scripts, sketches, and even marketing plans. His lawsuit argued Disney had access to his work and even pointed to similarities like a character named Stanley. But the judge wasn't buying it, ruling the works weren't substantially similar and tossing the case for lack of evidence, and because he filed too late. 19. Cruz Ramirez was originally male. Pixar changed Cruz from male to female when Cristela Alonso's voice audition convinced them it worked better for the character. 20. Designed with Ford's help. Jackson Storm was designed with help from ex-Ford CEO Jay Mays, who also helped design Cars and Zootopia.